Welcome to the Chats and Tunes podcast.
Hey everyone.
This is just a quick pre-roll message to say that everything said in the episode is purely our own opinions and should be taken as such.
Yeah, so please don't send us any hate for the things we say and enjoy the episode. We're alive. We're alive.
We've been reincarnated.
Yeah, so
We're
we
back.
kind of died for like 3 weeks.
We did, yeah.
But now we can fusion dance because we're in person. We are live
Jesus.
in the studio, and as you can
Yeah.
tell, it's brand new studio
It
because we
is,
still
yeah.
haven't fucking decided on a place to record.
Yeah, we got a loan, we
Yeah.
purchased the property. This is our studio.
Yeah. Small loan of
Yeah.
$1 million.
Yeah, it was quite
I was
small.
wondering.
Yeah, it was hard to start on that kind of money, but here we are.
Like in this
Yeah.
economy,
Yeah.
can we seriously talk?
Can we
about
talk
this-
about the
this-
social political state of the economy right now? But yeah, how have you been?
Stressed out of my mind.
Yeah.
But uni is over for
That's
first
so
year anyway.
beautiful.
So yeah, bing chilling as they say.
Unreal.
Yeah, home for good now.
That's great.
Except for our potential, traveling out.
The arrangements. Yeah.
But yeah, so good to be back. Did you miss me?
Of course I missed you, bro.
Oh, stop. Gonna start flashing your life. So
Yeah.
what have you been up to since we
Just-
last spoke?
I don't want to say drifting because it hasn't really been because I've been finished uni for like 4 or 5 weeks now, but it's
Yeah.
just been like what do I do? I've been looking for a job to try and keep myself taken over, but at the same time it's like
Yeah.
I just want to go to the gym and run, but
Yeah.
it's just been I'll do it when I want. So it's been a bit hit or miss.
Fair
Like
enough.
the podcast keep me taking over for a few weeks,
I
but
was gonna say, normally we'd be completely set off this podcast that will
Yeah.
make us millionaires.
yeah,
but
exactly. Like I had to think about getting a job.
I
You
know.
know what I mean?
Imagine we became such low lives that we actually had to
did.
work for money.
We really did.
I nearly just vomited in my
No,
mouth
oh.
for saying that sentence.
Yeah, that's yeah. We're joking, by the way.
Yeah. we make nothing of this
Yeah,
podcast
yeah.
yet. We need 1,000 subscribers on YouTube to start
Yeah,
monetizing our shit. So link in the bio, YouTube link in the bio, guys.
I feel like
Like, comment, and subscribe.
yeah. I feel like when we get the 100 or the 1,000 and we start making a wee like pennies off this, we'll
Oh,
become
yeah.
like straight away we'll be like Andrew Tate. I don't know if you know who he is, do you?
No.
He's the guy on like he's kind of blown up recently for saying the most stupid like shit. He just what did he say? He said oh okay, just the way he talks about girls and stuff as like
Oh no.
as property and stuff. It's so look up Andrew Tate. He's just an idiot, but he's so funny to watch.
Nice.
We're going to look out if you want that reference, you'll have to look him up. But
I will
yeah.
have to look on it. But yeah. And after the podcast, quick search.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
we've upgraded. You can't see it, but we've got new technologies sitting beside us. It'll hopefully help with the fact that like half the time we're sitting here like, oh, what album's that off?
yeah.
Oh, hold on, let me just go on my phone.
Yeah.
We're just looking at here. We've got new technology. We've upgraded. We've grown as people. Whatever that means. And
Yeah. We've got a phone and a laptop sitting beside us, so we needed to do a quick search. We could do a quick search.
we've got.
Yeah.
And we're in the process of obviously hiring a manager who's gonna sift through
Interns and-
every episode
Yeah.
and make a manuscript of everything we've ever said ever. So yeah, we're on the up, and now that we've now that we're done uni,
Yeah.
hopefully the episodes will be actually consistent now.
Well,
like
I hope so.
live every week, hopefully. All going well.
Absolutely.
And the only reasons I can see us missing a week is one of us on holidays, and even then, if I go on holidays, I'd be happy to call in. Do we live?
Yeah, if that's an
Or
option. Yeah.
a non-live, sorry.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, it was 3 weeks, 0 episodes out.
Yeah.
Hard to believe it, but didn't listen to very much of music in those 3 weeks either.
Busy.
Personally, I know I mentioned last time I was getting ready for my exams. My exams are now done. Don't ask how they went because I don't want to talk about it. which means I don't think I did well. But because of that, I wasn't really focusing on the music I was listening to. It was mainly just, motivational pieces that got me to actually sit down at a desk and do work. But I've got a little bit to talk about, and
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're the same, but
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like it was a little bit of 3 weeks with zero music, so I don't have anything much to fill in on
Yeah.
except for a few things that I'll talk about later on in the episode. But
Well, I've been more or less the complete opposite, to be honest. Yeah,
Yeah.
music's kind of keeping me going for the past 3-4 weeks. So it's like I mentioned before we started recording, the toxic masculinity playlist at the time where I don't need it the most has been popping off the most. Where when new albums dropping, we'll talk about it in a bit. Jack Harlow and Future dropping new records, so that has kind of popped off a wee bit. Drake's got a couple new features that have been unreal. But music for me this past while has just been kind of keeping me ticking over, if you get me.
yeah,
And kind of been like, I don't want to say like playing a role, but like if a song comes on, I'll kind of, because I'm so bored, I'll kind of just get in the mindset that song kind of produces, and then I'll be in that mindset for ages, and I'll listen to songs that will create that mindset for a while. I think the best example of that would be Nux, for example. He dropped his new album, Alpha Place, and Nux, he kind of raps a lot about, of an example of a track is Leon the Professional, and it tells a story of a young lad growing up in, I don't know, it doesn't really mention where, but London, but obviously, you kind of get the idea that it's like Peck and Croydon, the ends, so to speak.
Yeah.
And then you kind of listen to that, and you're kind of just in, that mindset of, not that I know what the mindset of being
We're actually from the hood. we're from the borough, actually, the borough hoods. Shout out to the gangs.
Bro, have you seen your view? You're only from the hoods.
Bro, you don't know how many shut ups I've seen. I've seen several walk bys of people walking the trails.
Several
hitting
walk
people
bys.
with walking canes.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Bro, lives being ended.
Tullymore's a dangerous place.
It is.
Yeah.
You could get mauled by someone's dog.
Jesus, no.
You
But
could
yeah.
accidentally fall in the beautiful river.
Swimming in there all the time. But yeah, so Nux, you kind of, just kind of, you enjoy it in a different way than you'd enjoy a lot of other music, and that kind of has taken over my days to an extent where I'll enjoy like Dave or Nux more because I'll convince myself. Unlike Moon Knight, I have like split personality disorder. I'll just be like some lad from the ends one day, and then I'll be like,
next day you're like,
I'm like
Stephen Grant.
I'm like Stephen Grant. I'm listening to like Kendrick Lamar and like being happy, or listening to the summer playlist and being happy. So it's been a weird experience, but music's kind of been there the whole time.
Yeah, it's actually funny you mentioned Midnight, just because I feel like really the main focus of the music I've been listening to, I mentioned it to you, is very like instrumentally focused. They're orchestral pieces, and a lot of that then comes in the form of like movie soundtracks or show soundtracks. For example, like the Test Drive song from How to Train Your Dragon, very famous song. I'm sure everyone knows it if you give it a listen. If you've seen How to Train Your Dragon, it's the scene where he first flies toothless, and it's just iconic. Or the song from Tangled where Rapunzel goes to the city for the first time, like very animated songs, but then also have songs, the Force theme, like we were talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like it has been, I can understand the importance music has played. I think we listened to that, the song there that you were talking about there, that one, Leon. In the car, and on the car and the way back there, and I have to say I didn't get a chance to listen to the whole song, but the flow of it was sexy.
It's such a good song, and he added a new outro to it where it's like a really beautiful piano melody.
Oh,
and
nice!
It's so cool.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. But while I haven't really been listening to like focus on music, I have to say, the past few days I've been stressed out of my mind, like I said, and music has been pretty damn key feature in de-stressing.
Mhm.
I got the bus home from uni, which is a 4 hour bus journey, and the entire time all I listened to was orchestral pieces. Not a single lyric the whole time I got the bus, um, and by the end of the journey, I had reduced in stress levels significantly. Like, I mean, I think the pieces that I was listening to anyway, had such great positive emotions attached to them. Like, I was listening to the playlist was jumping from the likes of like um Claire de Lune, which is quite like minor key, very like almost sad and somber to an extent,
Yeah.
to the likes of Experience by Ludovico Einaudi, which is quite like powerful and invigorating. It really brings up the mood, and then going from it into How to Train Your Dragon, or He's a Pirate from Pirates of the Caribbean, stuff like that. That's super upbeat. Really
Yeah,
puts a smile on your face listening to it. Gives you those like shivers down your back. So it was great in order to make me feel emotions. Now I know we've sort of talked about how music makes you feel, but I was saying to you there this morning at breakfast, that I feel like when you listen to a song, like a song off the radio, a pop song, typically what happens is you hear the opening of a song, and that sort of decides how you feel the vibe of the song,
Yeah.
from the melody, how the instrumentals are flowing together and connecting. But then you focus much more heavily on the lyrics when they come in. You might not focus on what they actually say, but you focus on the flow of them, and the way the words are enunciated, and how well it fits with the melody. And you sort of forget nearly that the melody's there, unless of course it's an incredible melody,
Yeah.
and it carries the song. Like Seven Nation Army, it's a
Yeah.
super iconic riff that like you nearly
Yeah.
don't even learn the lyrics because you're so focused on that, like da 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 da.
Yeah.
So I think it was really nice to experience songs that didn't have lyrics, and therefore couldn't drag my attention away from the instrumental. I was hearing beautiful like piano melodies. Like, I was listening to some Beethoven. I was listening to Moonlight Sonata, which is an incredible piece. If anyone hasn't listened to that, if you're a pianist, learn Moonlight Sonata and you will become my best friend, because I can't understand how someone's fingers could ever possibly move fast enough to play the third movement of Midnight Sonata.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I'm just thinking, have you ever listened to the Interstellar soundtrack?
Incredible song.
Yeah, just thinking you like that.
I have one of the songs from Interstellar in it already. It's the cornfield chase, but it's it's a beautiful. It's very piano based.
The main theme of that movie is incredible.
Yeah,
it's so amazing. I think there's so many wee orchestral pieces you take for granted. I think.
100%. Like, I mean, I feel like the likes of like the Force theme are very underrated. Like, they obviously are rated, but they're only really rated by big Star Wars fans. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, for people who are like casual enjoyers of Star Wars, you would take the Force theme for granted 100%.
Absolutely.
But hearing the Force theme by itself without the actual movies, incredible. Genuinely an incredible piece of like an incredible composition.
John Williams.
Yeah. So it was really eye-opening to see music without any visuals and without the lyrics, like fully stripped back to just music at its purest form. It was quite incredible to experience.
It's an experience that I kind of want to get, because even I did May 4th watch a bunch of the Star Wars movies, and one of my favorite parts of it was when in A New Hope, when Luke looks out over the binary sunset and the theme comes in, and you kind of feel that like weightlessness. You feel like you could just float up in the sky. Your light chest is just like, and I think that it's incredible that music has the ability to do that.
Yeah.
Just to power that now, don't get me wrong, the cinematography in that shot is incredible.
Everything about the movie series
it is incredible. But the music brings it to a whole new level.
Yeah, I think music's a great connector between the actual acting and dialogue and stuff and the visuals. I can't stop going back to How to Train Your Dragon. Like, I mean, if anyone actually listens to Test Drive by itself, you can literally see everything that happens. Like, you can watch the movie as you listen.
Yeah.
In the sense that, like, you can hear all the, like, the build up of him starting to, like, learn the ropes of, like, how to fly on a dragon, and then it hits this minor, very serious and, like, rapid song, which is when he's, like, falling off this, and they're flying through all the dangerous rocks and stuff, and then they emerge on the other side, super peaceful. It goes back to that, like, super, like, crescendo, gets to the peak of all of it, and it all comes together to make this beautiful melody, and it's you can see everything as it's happening in the song. It's incredible that music can help you connect visuals with audio. Do you know what I mean?
It is.
It's insane.
It is incredible. And I going back to How to Train Your Dragon, the I seen it on TikTok.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned Stoic Ship from I think it's number 2. I haven't actually watched it, so it must be number 2. Yeah.
Bro, I binged all the Kung Fu Pandas. I binged all of How to Train Your Dragons. Bruh,
I might do that because I've done Star Wars.
So good.
I've kind of done Star Wars to an extent. There's still like 6 movies I need to watch, and after I do that, I might just binge Pixar. I might just do it, like Ratatouille, the Toy Stories.
I haven't seen Ratatouille.
It's so good. The music in that's really good.
Yeah.
The music in that's brilliant. Toy Story, obviously.
Banging soundtrack.
Good
We've got a
soundtrack.
friend
Amazing. Have you heard Rex Orange County did a version of that?
Yeah, and
it's
it's
quite
really
good.
I
It is quite
really
good.
like it.
Um,
Nothing on the original, but
no,
still
but
incredible.
should it's like a cut in of the original, is it not?
Is
It
it?
is the original like singer. Who is the original?
I mean,
feel like an
I
idiot.
think then maybe I've only heard snippets of it, but
Um,
it's still incredible because it's Rex. Like, I mean, it's hard for Rex to do anything less than goddamn perfection. Love that sexy man.
yeah, Randy Newman and
It
Rex
is?
Orange County and Randy Newman.
Wow.
It is. But like it's what else? Cars.
Oh,
The music in
That is
Cars,
the
the Chuck Berry involvement
Yeah.
in it, it's great. Cars 2 was a bit questionable, but you
bro,
know,
I would happily binge watch every single one of these with you.
I'm down. I'm fully down.
down.
We need to do this, right?
Yes.
What else is in Pixar that's amazing?
Monsters Inc.
Unbelievable. Monsters University, just okay.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that.
Monsters
statement.
Inc. was incredible though.
That's
was
not unreasonable to say.
Up.
Oh,
The music in
Ah.
Up was Married Life.
yeah,
Incredible.
yeah.
It's not ridiculous to say that. It's not.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to like, why am I listing up Pixar movies and the music? Well,
yeah,
the soundtrack's incredible.
no, the soundtracks
Yeah.
are incredible, and I think it's a great testimony to typically how good a movie is all very often reflected in its soundtrack.
You know what's actually really good? Coco. You ever watched it?
Brilliant.
Music's-
Love the soundtrack. in it.
The music's brilliant.
You know what? Also,
Mate,
Encanto. I
I've never actually watched it.
Oh,
Good?
bro, it's pretty solid. I have to say, it's very childish music, but it's catchy as fuck.
Okay. I've been in like the limelight sometimes, and they'll play. We don't talk about
about
and
Bruno. I know.
It hurts my
I
soul.
can sing every lyric of that though because it got to a point where it got so catchy. I
Yeah.
didn't like it anymore, but I knew it all because it was so catchy.
It's good. What is that one I had in my head? Well, I mean, back to that. We don't talk about Bruno. Like they play it in nightclubs.
Yeah.
That's mad. I don't.
It's
it
ridiculous.
hurts.
It was top of the charts
It hurts my soul.
at a
I
time
don't
when
understand.
I'm pretty sure like Ed Sheeran had just released his new album.
that
It
just-
was
yeah.
topping the charts. Like, bruh.
What's that one? Soul.
Oh,
Surprisingly, really
yeah,
good
I really
soundtrack.
liked it.
Really good soundtrack for such like a for Pixar to do such a like a.
And they included Richard Ayoade, so I'm
Oh, yeah?
happy. Yeah, he voiced the guy who like distributed the souls at the start.
Oh, very good.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's pretty cool.
Jimmy Fox plays Joe, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think
Joe
so.
Gardner, I think he's called.
I can't remember what his name
Yeah.
is, but yeah, I think it is Jimmy Fox.
But his like the piano and the jazz and the blues, and it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's a really good experience. So if you ever want to listen to like good movie soundtracks, you can't go wrong with Pixar.
It is
You really
pretty
can't.
damn hard. Yeah.
You really can't. Disney as well to an extent, but
But with Pixar, it is very like instrumental orchestral very often. Like
Yeah.
you get the odd like Life is a Highway, You Got a Friend in Me, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like for the likes of a lot of the soundtracks, it's purely instrumental. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas if you want specific soundtracks that have like actual songs that weren't composed for a movie, you wouldn't typically find that in like Pixar. You would need to go actually hunting for specific like movie, like I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy, Baby Driver, stuff like that. Like
said every week. Yeah.
You need to.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Oh. But like it obviously depends on what you're looking for, you know. But I can't believe we've just talked about movies.
Oh well, we talked
like,
about the music was involved as well.
Yeah,
So,
I know, but we just ranted about our favorite movies. So.
The Pixar movies, but orchestral pieces in the likes of, I don't think Star Wars would work without the music because on such a large scale, like you got the entire galaxy and shit like that. You need to kind of separate it out, and I think that John Williams does an amazing job at that. But there's so much like Forrest Gump, the music in it's brilliant. It's just there's music can really like change the way a movie feels.
Oh, 100%, it is. Yeah, I mean, I remember.
Sorry to interrupt, but I don't remember. I don't remember a time in history that I've seen more people lose their shit over a movie soundtrack than when Duel of Fates was in the Kenobi trailer.
Yeah.
I don't like it's. I haven't seen it. It's
yeah,
mad.
yeah.
And it doesn't know what Duel of Fates is. It's the Darth Maul theme from Phantom Menace. It's insane.
But it is like, I feel like every week it's so hard to get across the point of like how influential music is on people. Like I don't think people like it's hard because I think we created this podcast in the sense because we appreciate music.
Yeah.
Because we understand how important it is to us. For a lot of people, I feel like people underestimate how important music is in their life in terms of like, I know a lot of people that are like, yeah, music's all right, but I more prefer like watching a movie, not understanding that like music heavily influences like like media and stuff. Like I mean, if we didn't have music, TikTok would just be one of the most useless apps in the world. It would like a lot of YouTubers would lose like I guess a bit of the atmosphere and like their videos. Movies would be a bit drab.
But even like music builds cultures itself. It's you see like massive parades and stuff in other countries, and I don't know what it's like in real life and stuff, but like in the movies like New Orleans and stuff, those big festivals, and like music kind of you like a world without music would be mad because like what would it be like? You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Would all the joy just be sucked out of it?
Yeah.
Because like there's I don't know, music's just such a cultural thing. It's amazing. And it's so hard to get that point across about how we feel about music because I, to an extent, don't know how I feel about music because it's so
incredible. Like it's genuinely like beyond
description.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really hard to phrase. Just speaking of New Orleans, did you know there's a house there?
Oh yeah, called The Rising Sun. That's a good song though.
My favorite guitar song to any guitar. But
I used to love it, but then I played it live once and it kind of like the whole set kind of didn't work out because of like technical stuff and experience, and it just put me off that song forever. I saw her standing there by the Beatles. That's an amazing song.
Great song.
I can't listen to it like without being like horrified of the events. And there's a few other ones I can't remember. But yeah, Johnny B. Good, but I still have to play that to this day because it was my greatest taste in
Johnny B. Good.
It is Johnny B. Good and fairness. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I have to agree. I think it's really hard to express the actual emotions I have for music because there's sometimes like music can genuinely be so frustrating as well. Like, I mean, sometimes you hear a song and you get so mad that it was made.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel that. I
there's
feel that.
like I've heard songs where like it's deliberately been made off key, and I'm like, why did you make this? This hurts my ears. And yeah, I get music is all about your own opinion, but if
Yeah.
you like that shit, your
Your opinion
opinion
is wrong.
sucks. Like, it's just
You're entitled to it, but it's
yeah, but I
incorrect.
don't want to hear it.
Yeah,
So
it's not. I think like songs like I Love It by Kanye West. Like, why was that made?
cause amazing.
Behave yourself. It's horrendous.
What about Lift Yourself by Kanye West?
I'm still so annoyed at that. Like, I love Kanye to bits, but like you don't just Drake could have done wonders on that track. He really could have, and he just did that. Like, there's no need for it.
I actually loved that song for like a month after it came out because it was so funny for me
Yeah.
to show people this song, being like, "Yo, this is my favorite song." Like the whole build up, like, yo, these next bars though, and then
Poopity scoop. Nah, he's I love him, but like
meme god.
he's wrong for that one. Like, that's such an incredible beat as well. And Drake has done such amazing things in that beat. Yeah.
I think that was him just flexing that he could produce without actually any effort. He could just be like, "Yo,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make this fire song with the zero effort. I'm not even gonna bother thinking up lyrics. I'm just going to make a fire beat."
Yeah. No, he's an agent man.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, so music is really incredible in that sense. But actually, well, yeah, you know, because music kind of it gives you a range of emotions. That's why it's so hard to pinpoint. I think because like for me, there's a song for every feeling. You know, there's a song for anything. I mentioned that the Toxic Masculinity playlist was popping off recently. And I don't know why, but it's just because I found so many good songs, so many new songs came out. Like Jack Harlow, for example, "Come Home, the Kids Miss You." That's a funny name straight up.
Yeah.
Obviously, First Class kind of ran the show for. I think we've already talked about it a wee bit.
Yeah, I think we talked about it last episode. I was about to say last week.
Last month, but yeah, it was disappointing. But like, you know, it was funny. It kind of gave the vibe that the album gives off. Young Harleasy with the Snoop Dogg. It's funky. It's a good song to get like dressed to. I feel I got dressed to this morning.
Nice.
And I kind of went with the Jack Harlow, like the baggy cargos and the 550s. But
Fit of the day. OOTD.
yeah. But I think Jack Harlow, his album was. We're not going to do an album review because it's kind of too late. We kind of missed out on the hype, and I couldn't be bothered listening through it again, to be honest.
I haven't listened to the whole album.
Yeah, I wouldn't. But like, it's really repetitive.
Yeah.
In a sense, like Jack Harlow, he's found his style, which is master fuckboy and you know, just being fun. Like, he's got a song called Side Piece, and it opens up with saying, "I already got a song for my main chick, so let me do a song for my side piece." You know, but like, I was kind of disappointed by the album because I was talking to a friend about this, and I was saying that I expected it to call me to the streets for summer more, but it just really didn't. And I was like, you know, it's just like, it was kind of boring. You know, that song comes up. Dua Lipa is a funny song, but just because he just straight up name drops Dua Lipa and says, "I want to do more with you than do a feature." And there's actually a story behind that where he, before he like put it on the album, he FaceTimed her and played it for her to see if it was okay, and apparently they're even closer now than they've ever been.
Nice.
Neil Tech's already been out for ages. I will say Churchill Downs featuring Drake was fucking incredible.
Oh, okay.
I think it is an amazing song. The Drake verse in that song is like, it's vintage Drake.
Oh,
I
okay.
kind of used to describe it. It was actually incredible. The bars were insane. What he's talking about, like, what was it? Cold hearts and heated floors. No parental guidance. I just see divorce and all this. It's mad. It really hits. His song with Pharrell Williams in it, but kind of, it was probably like one of my least favorite songs on the album. Didn't like it, but like, I would give it like a 6 out of 10. It was Jack Harlow all over, but like, it was the same shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's tough.
So I didn't like it. But and then on the subject of breaking girls' hearts. We've got I'm not a horrible person, I promise. But swear. Where is it? I Never Liked You by Future. It was another pretty good album. The Kanye West feature, I want to talk to you about that because Kanye West actually released it in Dawn to 2, but it was just a really shitty unfinished version. It was probably one of the ones that we listened to once and thought, right, unfinished, we'll not talk about it.
Yeah, I
Keep It Burning.
keep it burning.
That's the one. And so Future then dropped on his album called It Is Keep Burning featuring Kanye West, and it's actually quite good.
Is it?
I give it. It is actually quite good. The Kanye West feature's cool, but it's kind of playing into the more grime Kanye that we've been seeing a bit more recently. He's kind of just lost his touch. It's not Kanye. There's three things to make. I don't know. I seen this somewhere. I can't remember what the three things are, but there's three things that make Kanye West, and he just ignored them for this new album. I think is where I went wrong. But so it was good. But I will say that again, the two Drake features were like for me the standouts of the album. Drake's really popping off. By the looks of it. Wait For You featuring Drake. I've seen that has blown up on TikTok, something shocking about like stupid like memes about like lads going to like girls' houses and not getting what they want. So like it's they're driving home to that song being like all kind of like depressed, which is funny. And then what's the other track called? I'm on One featuring Drake. Drake kind of pops off and I'm not gonna lie. So it so for the fuckboys of the world in the streets, the Ox is looking pretty juicy recently. I can't lie.
Fair enough. The only I mean I like I said I haven't really been paying too much attention to music. The only I hate the fact that I keep bringing this up because it makes me seem like such a massive fan when I just recently started liking their music and it's the same song over and over again. It's just a different fucking version. But the only songs that came out that were like in my New Music Fridays that I was like, oh damn, was there were two new Logic songs. Now one of them, Tetris, I actually thought was alright. I thought it wasn't terrible. It kind of reminded me of like, I don't know, like sort of like fairly recent Logic, but not as old shit. Like I mean, Logic's old stuff was genuinely some of my favorite rap. Like I just like gang related, Flexecution. I used to love that stuff.
Logic got a lot of good tracks.
Yeah, and then I feel like he just progressively changed. Like he just, it nearly felt like he was trying to ride trends. And it fell off. Like I mean, the whole shit that he did with like fucking Don't Be Afraid to Be Different or whatever that song's called with Will Smith, literal dog shit. Like,
right.
No offense to Logic, but that song sucks ass. And the song with like that, I can't even remember the name of the album because I didn't care about the album.
Yeah.
But it's the album that has Homicide on it, which is like the only good song in the album. I guess Icy's alright with Gucci Mane or whatever.
Yeah.
But Tetris isn't. It's not awful. I mean it's listenable. I didn't personally think it was great, but it was alright. And then he released a new one with Russ, and it's shit. It's not good.
Yeah.
I listened to it once and just thought I don't ever want to listen to this again. Like it's just not. It's not a good song. I actually don't mind Russ on it, which is surprising because I don't really like Russ. But the Logic wasn't good.
Yeah.
And the only other song was fucking Hayloft again, but it was Mother made their own mashup of Hayloft and Hayloft 2, and it blends the two songs because I've listened to both independently and really enjoyed both independently.
Very good.
And it was really, they merged together so well, obviously because they contain very similar aspects to one another, but really genuinely like it was probably my most played song recently besides the instrumental songs.
I say with Logic, I remember when Young Snatcher 4 came out, and me and my friend Owen were walking up to school and he was kind of showing me it, and I wasn't really into rap those days, but I remember there was 100 Miles and Running.
Oh, banging song!
Yeah, it
I
just
love
kinda-
100 Miles and Running.
It's that kind of song that just brings a smile to your face.
Yeah.
I think, and then Young Sinatra 4, the track was quite good as well. Actually, no, I used to know all the words to that. I'm not
Really,
lie.
like, I remember I got into Logic just before he released Bobby Tarantino 3. I don't want to say Bobby Tarantino 3,
No, I
but
think
it's
there is one.
the
Oh,
one.
there's- that was the newest one though. Bobby Tarantino
No, then
2,
it's
wasn't
Bobby
it?
Tarantino 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it had like 44 More and the Wizard of Oz, which is not good either. But it was like to me, it was like a very 50-50 album. Like I either really liked the song or I
Yeah.
really didn't like the song. Like, I mean, he had like Wizard of Oz, he like super bumps up the auto tune and even talks about the fact that he's using auto tune in the song.
Right.
And I'm like, it doesn't, you put too much auto tune on and it sounds bad. So,
Yeah.
but then he's got a really funny one. Where it's like it features Elton John at the end. It's a phone call from Elton John where he's like, "Hi Logic, I was wondering if you wanted to do a feature with me and all this." It's really good.
No way.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But
Very good.
44 More on that album,
Yeah.
solid song. But I think it's never gonna like top like the likes
Yeah.
of gang related and execution and stuff like that. I think
feel like-
old Logic will never be defeated. You know.
I feel like Logic's someone that I know a wee bit of, but I don't, you know.
See, I
don't know.
followed Logic so closely. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, I found out about Logic when he did All I Do, which was when he was like, he genuinely looks like he's like 16 in the music video. Like, it's
Right.
wham. And then now he's had 2 wives and he has a son who's like 2. Like,
Right.
it's. I've been following him for a long time. I've been there through a lot of the albums.
Yeah.
And I did it because a lot of my friends were big into like James was big into Logic for a while.
Right.
And it was sort of in the same vein as Eminem in that like it was white boy rapping that actually was good.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is crazy. This doesn't happen very frequently. And also like he raps fast, I guess. Like, so like I that was around the stage I was trying to like learn the entirety of Rap God, and I had
Right.
sort of,
Yeah.
and then I found out about gang related, tried to learn
Okay.
the fast bit of it, learned it, for execution, learned it, sort of
Yeah.
learned it. So sort of
Yeah.
like it gave me something to do, and therefore I listen
Yeah.
to them a lot. You know.
I feel like I've never had a thing for like the likes of Eminem. Like I just don't. Not that I don't get the appeal. He's good, but I just don't really like him that much.
Yeah, I just think it's
Yeah.
funny. I think it's incredible that he
Yeah.
can make rap funny.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That is pretty good.
I used to just love like I used to love learning his lyrics because they were so it was so funny how blatantly obvious he was just being like, "Hey yo, fuck you," and then just taking the piss out of you in a very funny way, like not like a lot of the rappers would be like, "Fuck you, I'm gonna kill you." He was being like, "Fuck you, I'm gonna pull your pants down on stage when you go up to receive like a fucking
Yeah.
Emmy for your music, whatever."
Yeah. I get that. I don't know. I just never like him, Logic, just those kind of rappers where I don't know. They just have a vibe about them. I feel like they're just. I don't want to say basic because I don't think basic's the right word. But I just think that
I think Eminem has it. I think he is a little bit basic in the sense that everybody likes Eminem. Like it's
Yeah.
not you're nothing. If you like Eminem, you're nothing
Yeah.
special. Everybody enjoys Eminem. It's
Yeah.
he's not a bad rapper. Do you know?
no,
what I mean?
absolutely not. And it's not that it's like oh I want to be different, so I don't like Eminem.
Yeah.
It's just like I hate to say it, but see some of his stuff where it's like you know his big songs where he's been like really motivational and stuff. What's that one called?
Yeah, like Not Afraid.
Yeah, all that. Like I just find them really cringy.
Yeah, no, I think they're awful.
Yeah, I don't.
But I like that's what I mean. I like this funny shit. Like I like Without Me and Real Slim Shady. Like shit like that, where it was literally like it opened and it was like it just went straight into like whack shit, like talking about fucking kids watching like the Discovery Channel and finding out about clitorises and shit like that, like just weird ass shit that was funny, but also like flowed really nicely with the like rhythm of the
Yeah.
song.
I get
but-
that.
So I think I more enjoyed. I didn't actually think I think he was an excellent lyricist. And I think that's
Yeah.
what I appreciated. And I thought he uses his lyricism to make jokes. And I was like, that's fucking genius.
Yeah, that's the side that I can respect about him.
Yeah.
But I just kind of get cringed out. I get bored
Yeah,
really
no,
easily.
I think his like.
Yeah, there's
I
no
mean,
spice.
like see River. Oh.
I would say because there's one song that I have in mind that like, that I don't really, or I think about when I think like Eminem, but like Till I Collapse, I find that like just kind of cringy.
See, I really like the melody of it, but I don't
Yeah.
like him rapping on it.
Like that's
Yeah.
that's my thing. It's just like
But no, like I'm thinking, like there's. I feel like he has so many iconic songs. Like I mean, fucking.
the Eminem Show 2002. That
Lose
album.
Yourself. I couldn't remember what it was called. I was just gonna call it 8 Mile. Lose Yourself is like so iconic, and it's a pretty serious rap.
Yeah.
Like it is pretty, but I actually think it's a pretty decent serious rap for him. Like, but he still also has funny lines, like talking about fucking mom spaghetti in the first like opening bars.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
I get that. That's my only issue with Em. But like, I know those kind of like, I don't know how to describe them. I don't know if they're in like a specific genre or something. I don't know enough about the you know, because I haven't listened to them.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I don't want to listen to them at all, and it's just, and it hurts. I see when people like put like it on in the gym and like to like collapse, and then they get really like hyped up for it. I was like, how can you do that, man?
I have it in my gym playlist, but I just tend to skip it. Yeah.
The only one I have is Gospel featuring. It's the Dre, like the new Dre EP. It's that one because it's actually quite good. It's about like slaughtering goats and shit. And see, it has a bit of spice to it, but like old Eminem doesn't.
Yeah.
There's no like cool different. It's just I feel like he just kind of plays it safe. I could be saying I don't know enough about Eminem, which is a blasphemous statement as it is. Like I don't know enough about Eminem to make that statement, but it's like he just I don't know. There's no
I think
spice.
that's fair enough. I did actually really enjoy Killshot. Like the whole shit between him and MGK. I was like, I don't know what MGK is doing. You don't go again. Like Eminem might not be making excellent music at like the time that MGK was going for him, but he still. It doesn't change the fact that he is excellent with lyricism. He's gonna fuck your shit up. So listening to it like was just pretty funny. Like the opening bit where he's like, fucking beard's weird. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, why are you insulting my beard? You talked about being a literal fan of mine and then proceeded to be like, you're shit, but I'm really sorry because I used to really like you. Like, bro, shut the fuck up.
No, I don't know. Yeah, so Eminem's, I don't know. I just don't really fuck with him. Knox, on the other hand.
Yeah, fair.
I just kind of want to brush over his album really quickly. Like, I'm showing Rory here that the way I listen to albums is I go through songs, and if I enjoy the song, I'll like the song, as you can see here.
Damn.
I didn't do that. I missed that one out, and then I just let those play through. But I love all three of them. Like, it's just every song in this album I love. Like, I like. Alpha House is incredible. Nice and Good's good. Hide and Seek's good. Bible's incredible. Leon the Professional's incredible. Send Nudes, please.
Already did, bro. They're waiting on your Snapchat for when you next go on. Don't worry.
Send Nudes is incredible. Play is really good. Die Hard Stormzy feature is good. I liked it. Los Buenos Hermanos I already talked about. I've been practicing my pronunciation, as you can tell.
Hey, you need to for
You
speaking.
do. It's Knox is just such a in a scene that was to an extent dying. Is such a breath of fresh air, like a gust. Like
I have
it's
to say, just from listening to Leon the Professional, I was like, yo, I'm gonna have to listen to
dude.
this
I will
because-
give you a list of Knox to listen to. Knox and Sainty will be my two biggest, but like in all Knox's pieces, it's in the UK scene. I feel like it's incredible. It's good. You know, you're like running about shooting people, gangs. Dave's kind of broke that a wee bit now recently by talking about the love of his life and all that.
Yeah.
But I feel like in the UK scene, it's void of emotion.
Yeah.
To an extent, is how I would describe it. But then you have Knox, who is just. I talk about Eminem and I say he doesn't have any spice. And I think Knox is just the definition of just
spice.
it's just adding spice to the UK scene.
A little bit of spice.
Little bit of spice to that. But like Alpha House, unreal. Leon the Professional I'll talk about again because the beat is incredible, the flow is incredible, the storytelling is amazing. The outro is just like it's such a beautiful piano melody, and it leads into and the transition between Decisions and Leon Professional and the album is so cool because the story of Leon the Professional is his two friends are telling him a story about this young guy from around their area, and like this crazy story about him like getting caught but like jumping out a window to like escape and all this. It's mad. And the decision ends with them in the car, like, oh, you ever hear the story about like Leon?
Oh, damn.
And then Leon the Professional starts with like, I was sitting in the car with 2 youths younger than me or something, or 2 youths older than me. Yeah, ever hear the story about Leon? You know, it's a really cool like transition. But it is like Alpha Place. I have been waiting for it for so long because Lux hasn't dropped in quite a while actually. He dropped Los Pueblos Hermanos dropped a while ago as a single. Dropped last year as a single. NRG 105, the album in 2019 was the last thing he dropped. It was I'm actually listened to it through, but I know the outro was incredible. But I think I just needed to bring light to Knox's new album because I think it like for anyone who wants to get into the UK scene or like finds it boring or like as I say void of emotion, go listen to Knox or Sainty. And I don't know. I want to say Sainty. I don't know. It's like let me see. I don't know how to pronounce it to be honest with you. My friend David thinks it's Sainty, but I think it might just be Saint like. Saint.
I would say like. I don't know because it could be like Sant, like it could be like French. Yeah. It looks French.
It's Sainte. Sant, Sainte, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever.
Champagne shots by Sainte, styling on me, hundreds, round and round is incredible. That new song Queen and EM, good. Out of the Blue, the album is brilliant. I could talk about these lads for days to be honest with you, but if you want to get in the UK scene, Sainte and Knox would be Sainte, Knox and Dave would be my 3 favourite.
Yeah, and I just purely from because I remember I listened a little bit to Los Pollos Hermanos, and I was like, "This is fucking good." But I never got a chance then to go and listen through to any more Knox.
I'll send you up the list.
I do because I'll probably start with Off Place just to like listen through a full album.
Yeah.
To start off, and then if I enjoy it, I'll be like, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah.
But it is funny that like so much new music is dropping because to let you guys know. Spoiler alert, there is a Kendrick Lamar release coming up.
Oh, I can't wait.
And it seems as though it's going to be a double album, which I'm sort of tempted to say we either do one long ass album review and call it a single album review and just like do like a slash and see like first bit, second bit.
Yeah. Just do like an Avengers part 1, part 2 kind of thing.
But and the way we could do it is do like our listen through and analysis of the first album and immediately follow it with listen through and analysis.
That'd be sick.
Or we could do it as 2 separate episodes. So if anyone is watching this, because you know we have so many fans, so someone's obviously watching it. Let us know in the comments on YouTube after you subscribe and like. Because you know, like, comment, and subscribe. But yeah, no, like, do say something because I don't know if we should do. I don't know if we should. I don't know if we should do 2 episodes or if we should do 1 long episode. I don't know what everyone would prefer. But we will definitely be doing a review on that because I can already see that being one of my favorite rap albums this year.
Missed them around the big steppers.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. I might fall into a state of depression if these are bad.
we kind of have we briefly mentioned that like when your artist the youth that's so hyped lets you down, it's heartbreaking. And when Kendrick Lamar, who has dropped To Pimp a Butterfly, Good Kid, Mad City, Damn, countless other projects, and the new track is actually his new single, The Heart Part 5 is actually like I've brief listen, pretty good. Haven't dove into it, but I think we kind of have to.
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be a case of us going. Does the song sound good?
Yes.
I'm expecting all songs to be a yes.
Yeah.
Some more than others, and then it's gonna be a case of
A
Now,
video-
what is the meaning to each song?
a video essay on each
Yeah.
song.
Because,
Yeah.
like, obviously with Rex, we were able to analyze to an extent, but I feel like with Rex, the recent album was very much the album tells a story, and each song is a part of that story.
Yeah.
With Kendrick, it's typically the album tells a story with each
So
song also having its own story hidden in the song, which is
Yeah.
also part of the overall sort of story of the thing.
I think we need to do like a video essay.
Yeah, like
on Kendrick.
when it comes to Kendrick could probably tell 3 stories in one
Yeah.
song simultaneously without you realizing it's 3 separate stories.
Yeah,
Like the flow
exactly.
is that normal.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
will still always refer back to Duckworth as one of the greatest like storytelling songs of all time.
Yeah.
It's I think Kendrick Lamar is just
Like genuine, like we said, I'm pretty sure that's the title of one of the last episodes. Is
the
The Legends of Lyricism,
and
and
it's just
he
Kendrick.
is. He is.
He
That's
is.
it,
He
that's-
is the legend of lyricism. He's like the Anakin Skywalker
Yeah.
of the rap scene, of music. Full stop.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I-
So we'll see. We'll see. I've a big host from Mr. Morales and the Big Steppers, but if I'm let down,
I will cry myself to sleep
Yeah.
for a year,
I'll be depressed.
and that's a promise.
That's a Chats and Tunes promise right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we've been going that time. We started like 7 minutes late.
A couple minutes late. So we wrap it up then.
Yeah, well, I've got talked about more or less everything I want to chat about.
Only other song I can think of to throw out. There was a few in my Discover Weekly that were like decent, and I just want to shout them out because I know they're smaller artists,
Yeah,
and I feel like we've talked so much about artists that people tend to already know.
yeah,
That I want to just shout them out. So Sub Radio Flashback. It's a song that I'm pretty sure is from a band that's very TikTok popular. I've seen many a times where they'll go on like Omegle and perform it live.
Oh.
I really like the song. I think it's really cool watching them do the drums because the drums are entirely acoustic, and I call them acoustic because they're literally made by body movements like stomping, clicking, and clapping.
Oh.
And it's really cool, like watching them like stomp, click, and clap. And it's like a group of like 5 guys, and then 1 guy on the guitar, 1 person on the piano, 1 person singing. Really cool to watch. So if you want, go check out their TikTok Sub Radio, and go check out their song on Spotify, Flashback. So that's really the only song I want to shout out.
Cool.
But yeah, I think we keep talking about a nostalgia episode, so we're gonna
Next week
maybe do that next week.
after the Kendrick album.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Deal.
Okay.
Works for me. So we've been the Chats and Tunes podcast.
Now go like, comment, and subscribe.
Please,
Please.
please.
We need to make money. We need money.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
so I think that's it for
It's been a
this
pleasure.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Adios.
See you later, fuckers.
Peace.